As most of you know, Vaush is a leftist streamer and a huge advocate for worker co-ops. The idea is that businesses should be democracies run by the workers. And believe it or not, I used to be a Vaushite. I was crazy about worker co-ops. I was devoted. I was fighting the good fight against the capitalist tyrants. But I've changed my mind.
Will it be perfect? No. Will they make mistakes? Certainly they will. But I think they'll make fewer mistakes than autocratic businesses where there's a huge divide between the operation of the business and its actual output.
So basically, Vaush is saying that line cooks and janitors are better qualified to run McDonald's than businessmen and entrepreneurs. On the face of it, that's a pretty strange claim. Sure, the line cooks and janitors run the store on a day-to-day level, and that will give them some insights. But that doesn't qualify them to run the business. At the end of the day, they're just not businessmen. They don't understand the intricacies of economics and advertising and customer behavior. Someone who went to business school and trained for years will run the business better than a bunch of high schoolers. It's like if I went to the doctor and she said, "You need to drink more water." But I said, "I run my life on a day-to-day level, so I think I know better than you how much water I should drink, missy." Then I die of dehydration because I didn't listen to the trained professional. A trained businessman or an entrepreneur, someone who built a business from the ground up, will be better at choosing workers, better at getting customers what they need, better at using resources efficiently. The other problem is that most people are kind of dumb. Take a walk downtown, ride the bus, and think to yourself, do I trust these people to run the economy? Business owners may not all be geniuses, but it takes a certain baseline of intelligence to start a company. Most workers will vote irrationally and selfishly. They'll just vote for whoever's nicest or most outgoing. I'm not voting for you. You fired Terry. Terry was our friend. Terry came in drunk to 7 shifts in a row. You fired Terry. Terry was our friend. You let people vote. Well, now there's factions and arguments. How could you vote for him? Don't you know he's driving this company into the ground? Shut up, Andy. What the hell do you know? If you don't believe me, bring up politics at Thanksgiving. Watch your uncle's blood pressure skyrocket. Watch your grandma screaming about Democrats, and tell me again how much you love democracy.
Yugoslavia actually once had a system entirely made up of worker cooperatives. And this is a great paper from the London School of Economics analyzing this. This worker cooperative system in Yugoslavia increased unemployment, decreased job finding rates, even increased the natural rate of unemployment. At one point, more than 20% of the workforce was working in other countries because they couldn't find jobs in Yugoslavia.
So yeah, as Praxben pointed out, worker co-ops have been tried. It didn't go that well. It's not just Yugoslavia. Italy also has a lot of co-ops. And compared to traditional firms, Italian co-ops have 14% lower wages. The myth that co-ops means better pay is just false. Sure, when you have a greedy capitalist in charge, he takes his share. But at least he runs the business well. When the business profits, the workers profit. Another paper by Udo Staber found that worker co-ops have lower pay and suffer from financial difficulties, management inexperience, and interpersonal conflict. There's 3 main reasons for this. It's just human nature. If Josh is making $10 an hour and he sees that Luke is making $20 an hour, he's going to be jealous. He's going to want equality. That sounds like a good thing, but the reason Luke was making twice as much money is because he was working twice as hard. Most worker co-ops have policies like this where everyone's salaries have to be pretty similar. So why would Luke work harder? He's not going to be rewarded. He might as well just be lazy. So now everyone's lazy and the business isn't as successful. Imagine 2 different restaurants. One is a traditional capitalist business. I own the restaurant, and I know that I'll continue to own the restaurant for decades to come. I also know that if the restaurant profits, I will be rich. Since it's my business, my project, I will work tremendously hard to make sure it succeeds. The other restaurant is a worker co-op run by elected managers. They know they'll get different jobs in a few years. They don't even care about the restaurant. Will they have the same passion? Will they work day and night to make sure it succeeds? No, everyone there knows their jobs are only temporary. They're not going to think long term. They're not going to invest in the future. Even if those investments would bring huge profits down the road, they won't be around to see it. Why would they care? The way that companies grow and innovate is by investing in themselves. If Walmart wants to invent better freezers, that costs a lot of money. And the more money a company invests in itself, the less money it has to pay workers. Now, in the long term, better freezers is a really good investment. But in the short term, should I vote for a new freezer, a future benefit I will never see? Or a $300 bonus in my next paycheck? Easiest choice I've ever made. Honey, we're rich! Again, Yugoslavia's co-op system caused massive unemployment. And it's not just Yugoslavia. The Bureau of Economic Research found that worker co-ops create only about half as many jobs as traditional firms. Half! And this makes sense, doesn't it? Co-ops have an incentive not to hire people, because the more people you hire, the less powerful your vote is. When you bring in 12 new workers, you're giving up control over the company. Let's say I'm trying to get a job, and I'm just so stupid, absolutely single-digit IQ. If your co-op hires me, you're not just paying me to clean toilets. You're giving me a vote in how the company is run. You know I'm stupid, and you also know I'll vote to raise my own wage, so hiring me would really hurt the company. I probably would have been hired under capitalism, but you don't trust me with a vote, so you can't give me a job, so I starve on the street. These are exciting times. The channel is growing. People are waking up. The masses are becoming Arthur Greenwood pilled. But we still have a long way to go. My last channel was demonetized, and they might do the exact same thing to this one. So if you like what I do and you want to help me out, if you want to help my channel grow, there are 4 things you can do. 1. Leave a comment. Just say anything, literally anything, and that will be a huge help for the algorithm. 2. Send the video to a friend. I know you have some normie friend who needs to hear this. 4, most importantly, consider joining my Patreon. You'll get access to the Arthur Greenwood archive, where you can watch my really controversial videos that I can't put on YouTube, including my really old videos from when I was like a democratic Vaushite socialist. There's even the hour-long debate I had about anarcho-capitalism. You'll also get to join our members-only Discord server, where you can talk with me and the boys about life and politics and history. It's a great time. We have weekly phone calls, and I have genuinely become really good friends with some of the guys in the server. Because we have to stick together, you know? It's rough out there. We need networks of highly disciplined, highly intelligent men. If you want to join my network, all it costs is $1 a month. That adds up to $12 a year, which is nothing. That's less than an hour of work. And in exchange, you get to be my friend forever.